In a room lined with guns neatly, Zhili is looking thoughtfully ahead. Rose is putting a lot of money in a bag and then leaves with the gun. Rose went out and was greeted by her juniors. Rose went downstairs and entered Zhili's room.
There.
She greeted Zhili. He asked if she had arranged the money, and Rose held up the bag of money.
I'm done.
Okay.
Both moved to another place. Squat entered a room. He looked back and forth to see the time and was waiting for something. Zhili and Rose also go to Squat's room. The two sides met and waved to each other.
Where's your goods?
Squat immediately looked at the backpack he was wearing. Zhili told Rose to give him the bag of money.
This is your money.
Squat quickly took the bag but was held back by Zhili and asked about his goods. Squat, take off your backpack and slap your hand on it to show you're not lying.
Here you go.
Zhili told Rose to take the backpack. Then Zhili gave Squat the bag of money. Zhili opened the backpack and took out the goods to take a look. Squat also opened his money bag to look.
Good.
In the distance, there is a policeman patrolling the road.
Okay.
Zhili and Squat successfully transacted. The two sides shook hands and then Squat quickly took the bag of money and walked forward.
Boss.
Rose and Zhili also turned away. Not long after walking, squatted and hid in a corner of the wall and looked around. He picked up the remote and pressed the button. The backpack exploded, causing Zhili to faint on the spot, and Rose was injured. The policeman was walking when he heard an explosion and rushed to look for him. Rose, seriously injured, looks towards Zhili.
But
Squat returns to the room holding the gun and walks towards Rose. Rose turned around and saw Squat pointing a gun at her head.
Gabis, you kill me.
The policeman hurriedly chased him and saw from afar that Squat was preparing to honk his horn and open fire.
Huh?
The policeman rushed over and shot towards Squat, injuring him. Squat saw that something was wrong, so he jumped out the window and ran away. The policeman went into the room and asked about Rose. Rose looked at Zhili, thinking he was dead, so she followed the policeman
Okay.
home.
Let me take you home.
Okay. Boss.
The policeman took Rose home and asked about what happened just now.
What happened to you?
I'm fine.
Rose looked at the name tag on the policeman and pretended to lie.
Thank you, save me.
The police officer told Rose to rest while I went out to work. Rose looked around the room at all the high-quality guns. She walked forward and tried holding up the knife. Julie suddenly woke up after a huge explosion. He felt pain but still went to look for Rose.
Rose!
Julie ran out and saw Rose's gun, panicking and calling her name in vain.
Rose! Hey! Rose! 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 Where are you? Rose! Rose! Where are you?
Returning to his lair, Julie fired wildly forward. He angrily kicked the wall and placed the gun on the window. Dr. Lee went out and thought for a long time. Two robbers caught Squat and led him to Dr. Lee's lair.
Let's go. Alright.
Squat saw that Julie was not dead and was startled.
Sir, I brought it back.
Julie turned around and walked towards Squat. He angrily grabbed Squat's neck and slapped him in the face.
Where's my
Julie grabbed Squat's neck and asked about Rose, but Squat immediately replied that he didn't know. Julie got angry and slapped him repeatedly, causing him to beg Julie to stop and tell him the whole story.
Stop!
Julie heard that and immediately grabbed Squat's neck and asked about Rose. The frightened Squat quickly said that the policeman had taken Rose away. Julie, frustrated, took the gun from his junior's hand and shot him several times, killing him instantly.
Hi.
Julie sent one of his subordinates to get another gun and gave it to Julie.
Okay.
He ordered his two juniors to follow him. Rose is in a room admiring the neatly arranged guns and knives. The policeman came down holding a glass of water and entered the room. Rose heard footsteps and turned around to see the policeman happily giving her water.
Hi. Drink water.
Huh, thank you.
The policeman introduced Rose to the things in the room. The two of them talked together. Julie and his men go looking for Rose.
Hi.
The policeman gave Rose a gun and taught her how to shoot.
Follow me. Yeah.
Huh?
And here. Yeah. That's right.
Julie was walking and then stopped. He saw the policeman and Rose standing next to each other. Julie was extremely angry and immediately told his juniors to come towards them. Julie and his men quickly moved into the room of Rose and the policeman. Julie called out Rose's name. They both turned to look towards Julie. Julie and his men quickly picked up their guns and shot. The policeman quickly jumped out and hid. Julie walked towards Rose, but unfortunately was shot by the police officer and seriously injured the two juniors, who immediately shot back. The two juniors were still shooting continuously at him. The police officer quietly reached for the gun right next to him. Rose tries to explain to Julie about the policeman who saved. The policeman suddenly stood up and shot dead one of Julie's subordinates and seriously wounded the other. Julie saw this and immediately took a gun and shot at the policeman, injuring his shoulder. The injured police officer spoke up to explain what was going on. Rose also added another word to Lee, causing him to stop. Dr. Lee and Rose negotiate back and forth with each other.
Hey, ready?
Please. He said me.
Lee felt that Rose was right, so he threw the gun on the ground. The policeman also slowly stood up.
Sir, are you okay?
Lee immediately apologized to the policeman for what had just happened, and the injured policeman went back into the room.
Huh?
Rose hurriedly ran to the policeman.
Sir, are you okay?
Lee and his junior felt extremely guilty, so they continued to apologize to him. Lee walked over to shake the policeman's hand and thanked him for saving Rose's life. The police officer also apologized to Lee about the junior who died because he shot him. All four people looked towards Dr. Lee's dead junior, and suddenly the junior woke up. All four were extremely surprised and immediately approached him, helped the junior up and asked him,
Are you okay? Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Everyone was happy and laughed loudly together. After finishing, the policeman sent them downstairs and said goodbye to each other.